Yeah, family, back in the building with another video. And I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but we got some things to talk about. Now, before I get going, let me just say this. Shout out to everybody who joined the fam of late. I really appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button, but also hitting the like button. I appreciate all the love and it's only helping this channel grow. Now, what I'm going to do, fellas, is I'm going to play the video first, then I'm going to come back for like a full breakdown. But in case I get any copyrights, let me just tell you this up front. So if you see the video and it's only me breaking it down as he's talking, that means they probably hit me with some type of copyright strike. And, we don't want any beef like that. But hopefully they'll let us play the video out. And then I'll come back here and be able to break it down to talk about some of the foolishness that came out of this man's mouth. But I will say this, shout out to BandMan Kevo. And the reason why I say that is because he is 100% honest in what he has to say. And a lot of dudes, they really try to hide behind personas. But really, when you hear this brother talk, whether you agree with him or whether you disagree with him, you seem to be getting the full picture of who he actually is. So I could always appreciate somebody who's keeping it a buck.
What's the most you ever paid for coochie for?
Like 12 racks. 12. No doubt. It was a celebrity.
What's the average? What's the average price?
So most females with a lot of, let's just say this, most females with a lot of followers have men. Some have husbands. If you make them comfortable and let them know that you're not going to say anything and you're willing to pay them 6, 7, 8, you know what I mean? Because you got to realize a Chanel bag about 4,000-5,000, Sean. So if you want to give them straight cash, book their flight, whatever, or fly to them, or because this what can happen. I can get with a girl, I can take her shopping, I can buy her bag. She wants shoes, she want this, she want that. I'm gonna spend that anyway. I get the straight cash, keep your boyfriend. I get what I want. And I get to once in a while look at your page like, damn, that shit was good. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that than all the extra emotions and this and that. And, on New Year's, y'all post up. I ain't hating. I like it. I like the picture,
Would you consider this tricking?
Yeah. Now, the reason listen, I ain't gonna cap. I'm A1. I'm real, bro. Tricking is tricking. But at the same time, though, Sean, I look at it like this. If I'm not tricking, if I'm not giving, like, okay,
it's time or money. It's time or money. It's time or money.
Exactly. So I'm either gonna take her on a date, spend a lot of time with her, go to the movies, go here, go there, talk, text. I know niggas that sat on the phone with girls for 8 months before they got. You think Sean, bro? Listen, you think I'm gonna sit on the phone with you for 8 months before you let me?
Now, shout out to the homie Say Cheese. But family, we got to come back and talk about that. So now you know what it is. We talking about, is it tricking if you got it? Pay for play, paying up front, paying on the back end. You guys get the idea. But what I'm going to talk about is some of the things that he mentioned in there that was a little bit uncomfortable for me. But then also I'm going to tie it in with a Manosphere talking point. And keep in mind, as I bring up this Manosphere talking point, it's not necessarily the talking points that you might have heard from other content creators. This is only my version of the Manosphere, things I focus on. So let's get back into the video.
What's the most you ever paid for coochie for?
Like 12 racks. 12. No doubt. It was a celebrity.
What's the average? What's the average price?
So most females with a lot of, let's just say this, most females with a lot of followers have men. Some have husbands. If you make them comfortable and let them know that you're not going to say anything and you're willing to pay them 6, 7, 8, you know what I mean? Because you got to realize a Chanel bag about 4,000-5,000, Sean. So if you want to give them straight cash, book their flight, whatever, or fly to them, or because this what can happen. I can get with a girl, I can take.
Now let me stop it right here. First of all, the amount is just way too much. You're talking about $12,000 for one session of meeting one girl. But notice in the beginning how he used the word celebrity. And when I first saw this video, I thought to myself, what does he mean by celebrity? Is he talking about a television star? Is he talking about a movie star chick? Is he talking about the social media influencer chick? So he used the word celebrity, but then he mentioned followers. I'm thinking he's talking about some IG model once you put everything together. So I'm like, hold on. The amount is way too high for the Instagram thotty. Now, he also in there mentioned, kissing and telling. I think a lot of dudes run their mouths too much about sessions that they may have had with women. And that's often what gets dudes into trouble. I try to operate from a perspective of loose lips sink ships, if you will. But then he also talking about some of these chicks got husbands, and I'm like, whoa, fam. So you trying to tell me that you're the type of guy who would go around here sleeping with a woman that has a husband? Now, I know some dudes do that. And one thing I like about BandMan Kevo is he's extremely honest. He even mentioned it, A1. In a previous video that I did covering him when he was talking with academics, he mentioned that he got cheated on a lot. So he may not look at cheating the same way I would, meaning that if a woman was married or she had a boyfriend that I knew, that's just not the way I'm gonna roll. It's just too many women in this world to be kind of dealing with those types of chicks, paying that amount for a woman that I don't think is a celebrity. Let's keep going.
Take her shopping. I can buy her bags. She wants shoes. She want this. She want that. I'm gonna spend that anyway. I get the straight cash. Keep your boyfriend. I get what I want, and I get to once in a while look at your page like, damn, that shit was good. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that than all the extra emotions and this and that. And on New Year's, y'all post up. I ain't hating. I like it. I like the picture.
Would you consider this tricking?
Yeah. Now the reason listen, I ain't gonna cap. I'm A1. I'm real, bro. Tricking is tricking, but at the same time, though, Sean, I look at it like this: if I'm not tricking, if I'm not giving, like, okay,
it's time or money. It's time or money.
Absolute facts, homie. You gonna pay one way or the other. It's either gonna be time or it's gonna be money. Some dudes prefer to pay on the front end. Some dudes prefer to pay on the back end. But I can understand exactly what he's saying there about, not wanting to waste time, but also not really taking a chick shopping, walking through the mall, going to different dinner dates and all of that. I get that idea, but I'm still uncomfortable with that money amount, fam. So the point I'm trying to make is, even though we know BandMan Kevo is in a different tax bracket than most people, even if I was a millionaire, hypothetically, I wouldn't pay that amount of money, because I still think to myself that, I had to go out here and make it. I had to go out here and scrap to become this high value man. So if I'm gonna go out here and scrap and become this high value man, why the hell am I paying X amount of dollars for one session with a beautiful woman who may think that she's a celebrity, even though I don't think she's a celebrity at that point? You know what I'm saying? So I just can't see myself doing it. But let me know what you guys think about it. Is it tricking? If you got it, how do you guys feel about that? I'm not against pay for play, but at the end of the day, it's just certain numbers should never be crossed. And once you go to 4 digits, 5 digits, that's a whole nother type of number. And I just think that ideally it's going to set a bad precedent that you don't even want to live up to. Just my thoughts.
It's time or money.
Exactly. So I'm either going to take her on a date, spend a lot of time with her, go to the movies, go here, go there, talk, text. I know niggas that sat on the phone with girls for 8 months before they got them. You think Sean?
Facts. Absolutely. I'm not doing that. I got a few friends who will try to communicate with women via text message for months on end, and they play this game of like duration where they sit there, message with the girl, get the girl to eventually like them, and this could go on for 6 months, but they send it in the friend zone, and then all of a sudden, maybe 6 months down the line, them little messages that you used to send her, she find them funny, and then now you getting that opportunity. I just can't move like that. With me, it's all or nothing, and that's just the way I roll, and I believe a lot of dudes roll like that. But this is the point I really want to talk about. Remember, this is my version of the Manosphere. It's not other people's versions. But the problem I have with this is that it sets such a bad precedent for fellas and also the women. So think about it like this. BandMan Kevo meets some chick who's an IG model or whatever. She's a pretty face. She got a banger body. She's hella attractive, right? If he takes her shopping or he gives her $12,000 in order for him to, say he had that experience and then go back and kind of be like, oh, I remember that, if he does that, what happens with the chick's mental? Now, just off of that one session that she had with him, she's going to think that every other guy should meet this criteria or this bar, which she now defines as her standard. But it's only one experience. It's not like she was in a relationship with him. It's not like she was married to him. This is just one experience and he took her shopping or he gave her 12 racks. So now that inflates her head to think that every other guy hasn't got to meet this new standard. And those chicks know that there are certain guys out there that are willing to trick off all of their money or result to a level of a simptastic in order to do things for her. So that's the reason why you got all these problematic women out here. So what I mean with my manosphere point is that if I'm about helping men, I'm not gonna set a precedent like that. Even if I was a millionaire, to sit up here and go bang somebody for 12 racks, knowing that after I'm done with her, she gonna have to go back out there into the marketplace, and then every other guy's gonna have to meet the standard for her. So at some point, men gotta help men in order to achieve things. And I'm not putting this on BandMan Kevo, because like I said, he's one of the realest people that I've ever really listened to, because even in his highs and his lows, he's able to speak about him so calmly to let you know that he ain't really hiding anything back. And I can respect that. But I believe that BandMan Kevo probably should use a little bit more of his status to remember, why am I paying 12 racks for this girl, whether it's time or whether it's money? I'm the celebrity. She's not that much of a celebrity. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about the video down there below in the comments. Fellas, is it tricking? Even if you got it. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.